Well, happy Sunday, and welcome to Dave's After Hours Trivia Club Live. Step inside the lounge, grab your drink of choice, and settle in. Here at Dave's After Dark, we stir up memories, test your smarts, and maybe, just maybe, teach you something new along the way. We do go live most Sundays and sometimes even on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific Time. The doors swing open, the lights go low, and the trivia flows. We have a very special show lined up tonight. All 5 rounds are focused on the golden age of Hollywood. And we have an added new pop quiz feature between rounds. While our robots quickly paint each scene, I serve up the clues, and you will take your best guesses as we move through tonight's 5 golden age categories. Round 1, top 10 legendary leading ladies. Round 2, top 10 iconic leading men. Round 3, top 10 legendary directors and producers. Round 4, top 10 classic films. And finally, round 5, Hollywood scandals and mysteries. This isn't just a trivia show, it's a fast-paced gauntlet of art, memory, and mystery. Let's see how many you can guess before the brush finishes the final stroke. Be sure to check in down in the chat. Say hello, throw out your guesses, or just hang with the crew. I see Jance in the house, Rambus, Arena, good to see you guys. The early birds have arrived. I wanted to quickly mention our sponsor, davidhansonart.com, that's me, where you can now find our live shows, related art, and merch products for your enjoyment. A bit more on that later. All right, let's fire up that first round, let no grass grow, and get this game on the road. Okay, you know the rules. Robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I try to trick you with clues along the way. Sometimes they. Now again, this first round is legendary leading ladies of the golden age of Hollywood. Top 10. Number 10. She started as a model, and her signature was a sultry sideways glance. She made her film debut opposite her future husband. She often acted with a man known for mumbled dialogue and trench coats. She was part of a Hollywood power couple with Humphrey Bogart. Not Ingrid. Not Ingrid. Her smoky voice and line, "You know how to whistle, don't you?" became iconic. I gotta remember that. Not Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman starred with Humphrey Bogart in a movie. Go, Mary Jo with Win. That's right. Miss Lauren Bacall. Lauren Bacall, of course. Very good. She was born in 1924 and did pass away in 2014. Bacall's blend of elegance and assertiveness made her a standout in a male-dominated era. Her debut in the To Have and Have Not launched not only a career, but a lifelong romance with Humphrey Bogart. There she is, Laura Bacall. Very good. You guys got that. You'll do pretty well in this round, I suspect. Next up, number 9. Now this is pretty much my favorite of the golden age. She came from a tobacco farming family in North Carolina. She was known for playing sultry and passionate characters. She was married to both Mickey Rooney and later Frank Sinatra. Who knows who this is? Her beauty was once described as a force of nature. Yeah, you got it, Jan. She starred in the movie The Killers in 1946 and something else called Mogambo in 1953. I think she won awards for both of them. Not sure. I think so. But yes, you are correct. This is Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner. Ava Gardner was born in 1922 and passed in the year 1990. Gardner's personal life often rivaled her films in drama. Though reluctant about Hollywood's glitz, her roles made her an eternal femme fatale. And I know that she was somehow involved with Ernest Hemingway as his muse for a number of years. Hey, what's going on, Francine? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ava Gardner. There you go. Let's go to number 8 on our top 10 countdown. Now, this lady, she started as a dancer before becoming a screen siren. She had her hairline surgically altered for the studio system. I don't know what that means. Sounds curious. She was a World War II GI's favorite pinup girl. She actually married Orson Welles and starred in one of his films. Jan, for the win! Good job. She famously played a character named Gilda, which was also the name of the movie, and had a black glove striptease that was iconic. Everybody remembered Gilda with the black glove. And you are correct. It is Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth, born in 1918 and passed in 1987. Rita Hayworth was dubbed the Love Goddess, but her life revealed the loneliness beneath Hollywood glamour. Her Gilda performance defined post-war sensuality. She was one of the it girls. Rita Hayworth, there she is. She checks in at number 8 on our countdown. Next up is number 7. This is a different picture of her. I like this picture. This lady was known for icy elegance and restrained charm. She starred in 3 Alfred Hitchcock films. She won an Oscar, and then she retired early. Who knows? Because I'm going to give the giveaway clue next. Does anybody know? It's a very different picture of her. She became Princess of Monaco. I bet you know now. Her real-life fairy tale ended tragically, though, in a car crash. Anybody know? Who's this? She won an Oscar, retired early, Princess of Monaco. Yeah, Jan knows. Jan knows. It's a different picture, isn't it? Grace Kelly is indeed the correct answer. Born in 1929 and unfortunately tragically passed in 1982. Grace Kelly lived the dream of many, a movie star who became royalty. But behind the palace gates, she longed to return to acting. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. Walnuts, what's going on? Hey, Connie, you had it. Welcome. We're on number 6. We're on number 6. Now, this one is an awfully good clue to start. Her violet eyes were as famous as her jewels. She began as a child star in National Velvet. She was married, I always get a chuckle like this, 8 times, although 2 of the times were to Richard Burton. Roberts. What's going on, man? Hey, Brad's in the house. Brad has it. Brad got it first. Everybody's gonna get this for sure. She starred in Cleopatra, a role nearly as dramatic off-screen as on. She later became an outspoken advocate for the AIDS awareness campaign. AIDS awareness. Yeah, there she is. A little younger in that picture, perhaps. You are all correct. Elizabeth Taylor, married twice to Richard Burton. He was born in 1932 and passed in the year 2011. Liz Taylor didn't just sparkle on screen, she turned personal tragedy into purpose, becoming a pioneering voice for health causes in Hollywood. There she is. Yeah. As usual, Rhombus, I believe you are clairvoyant. Number 5. Now, this one's a very different picture. Very young. She once said, "Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night." This is the bumpy night lady. She battled with studios for better roles, and she usually won. There you go, Rhombus. Hang on to that one, Brad. That's in the last round. Does it look like Natalie Wood? I don't think it looks like Natalie Wood. She starred in All About Eve and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. She had a legendary rivalry with Joan Crawford. This is her. Very young, right? There you go. Everybody's getting it now. Yeah, the robot's painting fooled you. That's the game. Betty Davis is correct. Betty Davis spelled like Bette Davis. Known for her intensity and wit, Davis carved out roles of power and depth in a time when Hollywood wanted women quiet and pretty. It's preferable. Here she is. It is quite the different picture. We're down to the top 4. Can you believe it? Betty won't go. There she goes. Johnny had it too. Okay, number 4. She starred in 3 films. 3 different films with the word Casablanca between them. I do not know what that means. She acted in multiple languages and worked in both Europe and Hollywood. I think Jan might know this one. Not Michael Jackson, although it kind of looks like Michael Jackson. Not Laura Bacall. There you go, Jan. She won 3 Academy Awards, including one for Gaslight. She'll Always Have Paris. She did have a scandalous affair with somebody named Roberto Rossellini. Sounds like the director-producer guy. Steve Harvey. Doesn't even look like Steve Harvey. Hang on to that, though. Yeah, it may come up later. I like your typing there, Connie. That's correct. If you happen to have said Ingrid Bergman, you are correct. She was born all the way back in 1915 and passed in 1982. Ingrid Bergman's screen presence blended warmth with strength. Despite scandals, her talent always reclaimed center stage. All right, moving on to number 3. You know all these top 3s. I know you know them. This lady danced ballet before becoming a star. She helped deliver messages for the resistance in World War II. She defined fashion and charm in Breakfast at Tiffany's. She was known for humanitarian work with UNICEF. Sonia Hemming. That's an esoteric answer. Jerry who? Her little black dress made history. Come on now. There you go, Connie. Connie doesn't know how strict we are here, though, with the spelling. You are correct. This is Audrey Hepburn, of course. Audrey, does it not look like Audrey Hepburn? I think it looks like Audrey Hepburn because it is. It's a photograph of Audrey Hepburn. She was born in 1929 and passed in 1993. Hepburn's legacy goes far beyond glamour. Her grace, both on screen and off, turned her into a symbol of timeless compassion. All right, moving on. Number 2. This lady wore trousers when that was scandalous. She was famously independent and refused to play Hollywood's game. Okay. Here's a key clue. She won 4 Oscars, more than any other actor. Her on-screen chemistry with Spencer Tracy was matched off-screen as well. She starred in The Philadelphia Story and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Yeah, Connie knows. It's young. A lot of these pictures are when they were quite young. Early 20s for sure. Hey Daniel, what's going on, man? You're right, this is Katharine Hepburn. Sure is. She wore trousers when that was scandalous. She was born all the way back in 1907, and she did live till the year 2003. Hepburn was Hollywood's rebel queen. Her sharp wit and sharp wardrobe changed the perceptions of what a leading lady could be. All right. The category is the golden age of Hollywood. So all these ladies are old. Or in some cases would have been old. Number 1, of course, we all know this one. She started as a factory worker, though. Did you know that? During World War II. She turned a dumb blonde persona into an art form. There you go. Hey, you got one, Brad. You got a few. She's saying happy birthday to a president. Her films include Some Like It Hot and The 7-Year Itch. Unfortunately, she became a tragic icon of fame's darker side. You're right. I stand corrected. Good job, Gotti. Yes, indeed. This is a cute picture of Marilyn Monroe. Born in 1926, actually, and unfortunately passed in 1962. Marilyn Monroe embodied both glamour and vulnerability. Beneath the image was a woman seeking control over her image and her life. All right, well, you guys knew all those. A little too easy, maybe. What do you think? Too easy? Perhaps. Perhaps. All right, well, we have a new feature. We have a pop quiz. Let's see if you can handle the pop quiz. You guys ready for the pop quiz? Which star's real last name was Cancino? And I do give you 5 choices. Type it in the chat if you know the answer. Don't tell anybody. Because I guess you guys can't speak on here, so you're not gonna give it away. Is it Ava Gardner? Is it Cary Grant? Is it Ingrid Bergman? Is it Rita Hayworth? Or is it Spencer Tracy? Whose real last name was Cancino? Yeah, the hat's a little bigger, isn't it, Brett? It fits a little more appropriately. No, it's not Cary Grant. Anybody else know? All right. Well, I'm going to give you the first one. This is Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth. There you go. Let's go on to number 2. Which suave actor was born Archibald Leach in England? Not Spencer. Brad has the answer now. Yes. O'Reilly. O'Reilly in for the win. Not Ava Gardner. She wasn't that interesting. You are correct. That one is Cary Grant. Cary Grant is the correct answer. Who caused scandal by having a child with director Roberto Rossellini? Ava Gardner, Cary Grant, Ingrid Bergman, Rita Hayworth, or Spencer Tracy? Who caused scandal by having a child with director Roberto Rossellini? Not Cary Grant. That's correct. Not Rita. You know, you narrowed it down. Ingrid Bergman is, of course, the correct answer. There you go. All right. Which actor starred in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner while he was gravely ill? Who knows that one? It's one of those 5. Yeah, there you go, Brad. O'Reilly. Good job. Spencer Tracy is the correct answer to that one. And finally, who married both Mickey Rooney, not Mickey Rourke, Mickey Rooney and Frank Sinatra? Who married both of those gentlemen? Not Cary Grant. Cary might have wished he did, but This one is yes. Connie knows. O'Reilly knows. This one is Ava Gardner. So anyway, I don't know. You guys have to think about whether you like the little pop-up quiz between rounds or you could do without it. I don't know the answer to that. Let's move on to round 2, though. Let me find it. I'm looking for it right now. I think I got it. All right. Well, you guys know the rules. Robots do the painting, you do the guessing, and I do give some clues that sometimes are helpful, sometimes not. And again, round 2 is the iconic leading men from the golden age of Hollywood. Okay? So good luck. All right. Number 10. He was born in Tasmania and brought a swashbuckling flair to Hollywood. He played a lot of roles where he wore tights and swung from ropes. He was often paired with Olivia de Havilland in romantic adventures. He was known for living almost as wildly as the characters he portrayed. Yeah, very good, Brad. His most famous role, Robin Hood, but without the forest taxes. Oh no, I think the robots are trying to tell a joke there. I'm not sure. But yeah, Brad has the right answer. This one's Errol Flynn. Does that sound familiar to everybody? Errol Flynn. He was born all the way back in 1909 and passed away in 1959. Flynn embodied the word dashing, but also stirred controversy off screen. His adventurous image made him the definitive Hollywood rogue. Hollywood rogue. There you go. Errol Flynn. There he is. Oh, he's saying hi. Hey, Errol. What's going on, man? All right, that was number 10. So we got 9 more. Don't give up. There's 9 more. This gentleman was considered an actor's actor. He was admired for his naturalism, whatever that is. He had a long-running partnership on and off screen with a very independent leading lady. He won 2 back-to-back Academy Awards in the 1930s. Sounds like he cleaned up. He was a devout Catholic who struggled with guilt and personal demons. Yeah, O'Reilly got it, and Connie, you guys both know. That's correct. So yeah, the story was, right, he was married to somebody else, but he had the long-term affair with Katharine Hepburn. That was his personal guilt. Anyway, you are correct. This is Mr. Spencer Tracy, won lots of Academy Awards. He was born all the way back in the year 1900. 1900. And he passed in 1967. Tracy's quiet power and grounded performance brought authenticity to every role. His chemistry with Katharine Hepburn was the stuff of legend. That's what we're all about here tonight, is the legends of the golden age of Hollywood. Spencer Tracy. There he is. All right, number 8. Now remember, we're doing the leading men of the golden age of Hollywood, top 10. This gentleman rarely said much, I don't know how you're an actor if you don't say anything. But when he did, it mattered. He often played strong silent types with a moral compass. Well, that was convenient. He played himself. He starred in High Noon, and he won an Oscar for it. Who knows who this is? He was good friends with Ernest Hemingway and was supposedly the inspiration for Robert Jordan in For Whom the Bell Tolls. Audiences saw him as the embodiment of American decency. Who knows? Anybody? American decency. Strong moral compass. Strong silent type. How about Gary Cooper? There you go, Connie. You had it. Gary Cooper, 1901 to 1961. Cooper was a man of few words and deep conviction, on screen and off. He stood tall even when he said little. There you go. That brings us down to number 7. Number 7. Now remember, we're doing the leading men. This gentleman played many noble characters, but one father role changed film forever. He starred in To Kill a Mockingbird and won an Oscar for it. He was Captain Ahab, and he was the Roman holiday reporter. Who's this? Who knows? Stewart's in the house. Yeah, Brad, good guess. Robert Mitchum is kind of the classic Hollywood actor. So they all look like Robert Mitchum. He served as president of the Academy and was a humanitarian. He had one of the most respected reputations in the business. He had a very reputable reputation. That's right, you guys know it's Mr. Gregory Peck, 1916 to 2003. Gregory Peck's portrayal of Atticus Finch set a standard for on-screen integrity. He was admired off-screen as on. There you go. Gregory Peck. That takes us down to number 6 next. All right. This gentleman had a folksy charm and a stammer that made him all the more relatable. He starred in classics like Rear Window, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and It's a Wonderful Life. He served as a bomber pilot in World War II, earning real-life medals. Yeah, O'Reilly! O'Reilly! He frequently collaborated with Hitchcock and Frank Capra. Now remember, we're going to be doing the directors and producers in just a bit. He was Hollywood's favorite everyman. But he does look like the Twilight Zone guy too, but it's not the Twilight Zone guy. That's Mr. Rod Serling, you're thinking. Yeah. O'Reilly and Stewart both got this one first, and this is Mr. James Stewart. Jimmy Stewart, you and me. Stewart's warmth made audiences feel like he was one of their own. Whether as an idealist or a broken man, he always delivered heart. There he is, delivering the heart to us. I don't know, look a little cocky there. Maybe not. I don't know. Kind of. All right, top 5. Here we go, top 5. Yeah, the robots are getting more clever tonight. You know how it works with robots. They're gonna run the whole thing soon. He started as a circus acrobat and vaudeville performer. He combined charm, wit, and impeccable timing. He starred in North by Northwest, Bringing Up Baby, and Charade. There you go, Stuart. He turned down an Oscar until he was given one as a lifetime achievement. He made debonair look easy, even when he was running from crop dusters. That is a cool scene. The Alfred Hitchcock movie. Yeah. Yep, Cary Grant is correct. 1904 to 1986, Grant was the epitome of suave sophistication with a wink. Off screen, he was more private, but always intriguing. And yes, Mr. Debonair. Big smile. Top 4. This one might be a little too easy. This gentleman had a tough guy exterior, but often played characters with hidden depth. This is the gentleman who starred in The Maltese Falcon and The Big Sleep. And he made the mistake of falling in love with a co-star 25 years younger than himself. He did marry her. He famously said, "Here's looking at you, kid." Correct, Stuart. Correct, O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly beat you by a second, Stuart. His performance in Casablanca defined film romance. Correct, you guys are. Perhaps, it's not quite a Humphrey Bogart hat, but it's getting there. It's getting there. You are correct, Mr. Humphrey Bogart. The oldest gentleman on our list, born in 1899, passed in 1957. Bogey's laconic delivery, world-weary stare became the template for cool. He made cynicism romantic. Romantic cynicism. Yeah, he married Lauren Bacall, right? That might come up again later. We'll see. Possible. No, top 3. Top 3. We're into lofty territory. He was known as the King of Hollywood. He starred alongside Vivian Leigh in a certain Civil War epic. You may have heard of it. He had those big ears. Right, he had really big ears. And devil may care grin. Devil may care grin. His most famous line nearly got censored for profanity. O'Reilly. Frankly, he didn't give a damn. You are correct. The robots are kind of leaving out that grin there. They're not showing us the grin. Clark Gable is, of course, correct. Clark Gable was born in 1901 and passed in 1960. Gable exuded masculine charm. His presence helped make Gone with the Wind one of the biggest films in history. Oh, there's that grin. Devil May Care. Devil May Care. All right, top two. Maybe surprising to some. The top two. This gentleman changed acting forever with his raw, emotional style. He yelled, "Stella! Stella!" from a New Orleans streetcar. He brought method acting to mainstream cinema. He was both the Godfather and Colonel Kurtz. Yes, you guys all know. Peg Stewart might have got that first. You guys are going back and forth. The whore. He refused an Oscar, with a Native American activist giving a speech in his place. There you go. Mr. Marlon Brando is correct. You guys know it. 1924 to 2004. Brando didn't just act. He revolutionized it. His rebellious spirit extended from roles he played to the roles he broke. I'm sorry. I'm going to reread that. His rebellious spirit extended from the roles he played to the rules he broke. That's better. There he is. He thought it was funny too. Kind of a different look from him there. The robots gave him a big smile. All right, number one with a bullet. And kind of a different picture. Hopefully it'll throw you off a little. The clues won't, though. He was the cowboy's cowboy, and occasionally a soldier, too. He was never really out of character, on or off set. He just played himself. He starred in Stagecoach, The Searchers, and True Grit. He had that slow swagger and unmistakable drawl. To many, he was the Old West. Yeah, Stewart, O'Reilly, Pilgrims. Or are we the Pilgrims? Hey Raven, what's going on? We just finished the top legendary actors of the golden era with Mr. John Wayne. John Wayne, 1907 to 1979. The Duke wasn't subtle. He was unmistakable. He rode tall through decades of American myth-making on the big screen. There it is. The Duke. All right, you guys knew all those ones too. They were a little easy. Good job. Excellent job. Excellent job. Well, that finishes round 2. So once again, we do have our new feature between rounds. We're going to do a quick little pop quiz. Pop quiz. Here we go. Which movie pairs Bogart, Hepburn on Perilous River Journey? Philadelphia Story, Sunset Boulevard, The African Queen, All About Eve, or The Big Sleep? Who knows the answer? There you go, O'Reilly. O'Reilly's pretty quick. Yeah, Stuart. Stuart as well. Very good. All right, let me get control of my environment here, and we'll move on to the second one. Which Bogart film has famously confusing plot involving a missing chauffeur? Which one of those? Philadelphia Story, Sunset Boulevard, The African Queen, All About Eve, The Big Sleep. Who knows the answer to that one? Which Bogart film? No, this one's not The African Queen, but the last one was. So if you have a slow internet, you are correct. If you have a fast internet, you're incorrect. All righty. Set. I believe the answer is The Big Sleep. There you are. Yes, you guys have. Rumbus, Stewart, you're correct. Sorry, I was a little slow to the answer there. I was looking for my answers. All right. Which film's narrator is dead from the first scene? Which of those movies? Which of those movies is the narrator already dead from the first scene? Does anybody know? Anybody know the answer there? So we've already had The African Queen, and we've already had The Big Sleep. Yeah, Rhombus. Very good. You are correct. It is Sunset Boulevard. It is Sunset Boulevard. All right, next up. Who plays aging Broadway star Margot Channing in this razor-sharp drama? Anybody know? Yeah, O'Reilly. O'Reilly knows. It is indeed All About Eve. That's correct. So that leaves us one more, and we all should know the answer by a process of elimination. Which film features a love triangle between a socialite, an ex-husband, and a reporter? That sounds complicated. That sounds very complicated. Yeah, it was Betty Davis. Correct. And yes, this is Philadelphia Story. Very good. That concludes our little pop quiz. I don't know. Do you guys like the pop quiz? You have to think about that. We got one more. We got one more after the next round. So you have one more chance to think about that. All right, let's do directors and producers. What do you say? Okay. I think by now you know the rules. Robots do the painting, you do the guessing. And I confuse you along the way with a few clues. And once again, this is going to be the legendary directors and producers of the Golden Age. So it might be a little harder. Let's see. Let's see. Number 10. I've heard of all these guys. He started in theater design before finding his groove with the musicals. He brought a painter's eye to Technicolor film. He directed Meet Me in St. Louis and An American in Paris. What do you think? He married Judy Garland and fathered another star. Those are good clues. His films felt like dreams that knew how to dance. This is the big dance musical guy. Married Judy Garland. And he fathered another star. Anybody remember this guy's name, though? He's the guy, but nobody remembers him. There you go, Riley. Very good. Way to save it for the team. Who knows his first name? Anybody? This is Mr. Vincente Minnelli. Vicente Minnelli. 1903 to 1986. There you go. Let's move on. Number 9. They're going to start sounding more familiar eventually. This gentleman was known as a woman's director in the best sense. He worked on Gone with the Wind, but didn't stay long. Sounds like he got fired from Gone with the Wind. He directed The Philadelphia Story and My Fair Lady. He had a sharp wit and a key eye for performance. Hey, David, what's going on? This is not Fred Rogers. Anybody know who this gentleman is? Many of Hollywood's strongest female roles passed through his lens. Why he's known as the woman's director. He probably did pretty well with the ladies. This is Mr. George Cukor. Is anybody that's not familiar to anybody? George Cukor. Cukor helped define the golden age's femininity on screen. His mastery with dialogue and character made the stars shine. Yeah. This is Harvey Weinstein's dad, Mr. George Cukor. Who knew? There he is. He's kind of laughing about it. There's a few hard ones mixed in here, and then you're gonna know most of them. Let's see if you know this one. You know, if we had some aficionados in the house, if the doctor was in the house, this gentleman could direct any genre, and often did. He gave the world his Girl Friday and Rio Bravo. He helped launch the careers of Bogart, Grant, and Bacall. His dialogue snapped like gum, and his pacing never lagged. He made movies where women were just as tough as men. Did he look familiar to anybody? Girl Friday and Rio Bravo launched the careers of Bogart, Grant, and Bacall. He made movies where women were just as tough as men. Yeah, and he has a pipe. That was a big thing back then. Anybody know? Going once, going twice. This is Mr. Howard Hawks. Howard Hawks, of course. 1896 to 1977. Hawks didn't just dabble across genres, he dominated them. His films were witty, muscular, and unpretentious fun. Howard Hawks. How soon we forget. Kind of looked like Jimmy Stewart a little bit with the pipe and all, right? All right, number 7. Now this name's more familiar. He didn't direct, but he made sure everyone knew his name. He was a producer. He produced Gone with the Wind and Rebecca. He famously micromanaged his productions into legend. And he was married, this was convenient, he was married to Louis B. Mayer's daughter. Louis B. Mayer's daughter. He turned behind-the-scenes control into front-page drama. So I guess he was a controlling producer. And his name is familiar. There you go, Stuart. That's awesome. Stuart got it for the team. David O. Selznick. That's correct. Born in 1902 and passed in 1965. Mr. Selznick was a maestro of melodrama, on screen and off. If the movie was epic, he probably had his hands all over it. Oh, we've been waiting for you, Doctor. These directors and producers are hard. And it's always good to have a doctor in the house. All right. Well, we have 6 more in the director and producer category. So, good luck. Now, this guy's pretty well known. He wore an eye patch and made movies about the American frontier. He directed more westerns than Tumbleweeds in Arizona. He worked often with John Wayne and Monument Valley. He won 4 Oscars for Best Director, a record. Yeah, Doctor. I knew they needed you. The Searchers and the Grapes of Wrath bear his rugged stamp. Yeah, Stuart. Close. Close on the spelling, Stuart. It's hard to get Ford wrong, though, right? You know, you gotta get that one right. Yeah. John Ford, of course, born in 1894 and passed in 1973. Mr. John Ford mythologized the West with both poetry and grit. He made loneliness look beautiful through a dusty lens. Yeah, he was the director on all those early westerns, right? The Stagecoach, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with John Wayne, right? This are the Searchers. The Searchers. That's what it was. And the Grapes of Wrath, of course. There you go. Mr. Ford. A happy guy. All right, top 5. Now, you'd think we could get these. Top 5 directors and producers of the Golden Age. Here we go. This gentleman thought bigger and then thought bigger again. This is the guy who directed the 10 Commandments. And he did the movie twice. He had a flair for epic spectacle and biblical grandeur. And he often appeared as himself in films with his megaphone in hand. Yeah, very good, Stuart. Correct. Correct, you guys are. Parting the Red Sea? Yeah, that was him. And you are correct. It's Mr. Cecil or Cecil. I believe Cecil's the male version, right? Cecil B. DeMille. Cecil B. He's an old guy. Born in 1881. Passed in 1959. DeMille made God-sized movies before there was CGI. He showed Hollywood that spectacle could be its own religion. Yes. He didn't look that old there. Yeah. All right. Very good. You guys are cranking. You guys are getting all these. All right, here we go. This gentleman made underdogs the heroes and gave us holiday favorites. He was an immigrant who believed in the American dream, and he filmed it. Mr. Smith Goes to Washington and Jimmy Stewart kept coming back. He served in World War II, making documentaries for the military. Who knows who this is? Who did Mr. Smith Goes to Washington? And he gave us It's a Wonderful Life. But did you know it flopped at the box office? And they had to bring it back before it took off. Interesting. Anybody know who this is? This director, famous name director. Anybody know? Going once, going twice. Well, this is Mr. Frank Capra. Mr. Frank Capra. Capra's optimism earned him as many critics as fans. But today, his films feel like a moral compass dressed in black and white. Frank Capra. There he is. Happy cat. All right, I stumped you there towards the end. I like that. Unless you guys got it and the internet was too slow. Could have happened. All right, number 3. You know this guy. He was a journalist before becoming a biting screenwriter. His comedies had edge and his dramas had punch. He directed Sunset Boulevard, Some Like It Hot, and The Apartment. He made Nobody's Perfect feel like a profound philosophy. He's the one who gave Marilyn Monroe her greatest roles and her biggest headaches. I guess he was the main. I don't know who this gentleman is. I think I remember seeing him get a lifetime award at the. Yeah, Maddow. Maddow. Welcome, Maddow. Good to see you. Gang's all here. Yeah, Mr. Billy Wilder. Billy Wilder. Wilder's films were acidic, hilarious, brutally human. He could turn a line of dialogue into a mic drop. Mr. Billy Wilder. Billy Wilder. Not Billy Idol. Kind of like Billy Idol, only Billy Wilder. All right, top 2. You know both these guys. They're both bigger than life. Big as life. This gentleman scared America with a Martian invasion before he hit 25. His debut film changed cinema forever. He battled studios for the rest of his career. Yeah, you guys all know. I don't know. I guess Maddow got it first, perhaps. You guys were all shooting it out there. Good job. Citizen Kane is still debated in film schools and worldwide. He had a voice that could sell frozen peas and make Shakespeare thrilling. He can sell frozen peas. Nice. Yes, you are all correct. This is Mr. Orson Welles. Orson Welles. Orson Welles was born in 1915, and he did pass in 1985. Welles was both a boy genius and a cautionary tale. His ambition made him a legend and a lifelong outsider in Hollywood. Pissed everybody off. Yeah, you guys all got that, and I think you're right. I think my dad had it by an inch. Mr. Orson Welles. All right, number one, with a bullet, as usual. This gentleman made cameos in nearly every one of his films. He turned suspense into an art form and bathrooms into nightmares. He directed Psycho, Rear Window, and Vertigo. Correct. You guys all know this one. Maddow again. Barely. Everyone else is right there. Stewart, O'Reilly, Rhombus, Doctor. They called him the Master of Suspense, and he did earn that title. There he is, Mr. Alfred Hitchcock. Born in 1899 and passed in 1980. Hitchcock didn't just direct thrillers, he redefined them. His influence looms over every twist, scream, and shadow in cinema. Mr. Alfred Hitchcock is number one in our directors and producers of the golden age of Hollywood. There you go. That concludes another category. Yeah. Austin Powers meets Nemesis. Dr. Evil, yeah. Looks like Dr. Evil. Alfred Hitchcock. He has that logo where it's just his profile, right? It's pretty cool. Alrighty. Well, you guys did very well considering it was, it was a little hard. It was a little hard. Was it super hard? Just a little hard. All right, we got one more pop quiz for you. So let me get that going. Here we go. Which Superman actor died from a gunshot wound amid conflicting accounts? Is that William Desmond Taylor, Barbara Payton, George Reeves, Lupe Valdez, or Joan Crawford? All right, you guys know this one. Very good. My pop quiz has been stumping you, but not this time. You are correct. You are correct. It is George Reeves. All right. Let me get my control of my environment here. There we go. Next one. Which actress was accused in a memoir of child abuse and icy perfection? Who knows that one? Taylor, Payton, Reeves, Valdez, Crawford. Who knows? Going once. Oh, there it is. Doctor, taking it for the team. All right, moving on. Whose death in 1944 inspired myths about a staged toilet suicide? I don't think I had heard of this one. Anybody know the answer to this? Desmond Taylor, Payton, Reeves, Valdez, Crawford. Well, that's some dyslexic typing there, O'Reilly. Yes. Very good. Combined the first and last name, so I knew what you were talking about. You are correct. That is Lupe Valdez. Did anybody know the story of Lupe Valdez? Lupe Velez. Yeah, she was a big time actress, but there was some racism and stuff going on, so she never was as successful as she should have been. And unfortunately, she did die early, supposedly by suicide, but it might have been questionable. Anyway, next up. Which silent film director's 1922 murder remains unsolved to this day? We're getting, process of elimination. You should. Oh. Oh, that's right. The story is that she wanted to be remembered, so that's why she committed suicide. You're right, O'Reilly. Yes. Yes, this is William Desmond Taylor. That is correct. That is correct. All right, last one. So, process of elimination. Which actress's turbulent life included drugs, scandal, and a Hollywood downfall? Our first cocaine and booze addict. She sounds like she was quite the partier. Yes, that's correct. It is Barbara Payton. No, it's hey, Fran. No, Lupe already committed suicide. So we were left with she committed suicide earlier, and so it was Barbara Payton. Yes. All right. That concludes our pop quizzes for the evening. So I don't know if you guys like those. You're gonna have to think about that a little bit as we move on to our next category. Well, by now, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess, and I'm the one who gives the clues. Now, again, this is going to be the classic films, the actual movies themselves. Top 10, according to the robots, of the golden age of Hollywood. Okay? Here we go. Number 10. Here we go. It all started with a mysterious statuette. The film helped kick off the film noir. I said it good that time. Noir. The detective's name was Sam Spade. It featured Peter Lorre and Sidney Greenstreet in twisty roles. Yeah, you guys all know this. Looks like Rhombus got it first. Very good. Stuff that dreams are made of was the perfect final line. Stuff that dreams are made of. You are correct. It is the Maltese Falcon. Who knows the year? Anybody know the year of the Maltese Falcon? This was John Huston's directorial debut and a defining moment for Humphrey Bogart. Noir got its legs and shadows. With this one, yes, there are lots of shadows of the Maltese Falcon in this movie. Yeah. Looks like he's having quite a chat with the Falcon. (1941), in case you're interested. All right, next up, number 9. This one was Audrey Hepburn's breakout role. She plays a runaway princess. I love those runaway princesses. Tired of her royal duties. Yes. Of course. relatable situation. Gregory Peck is the journalist who finds more than a story. Yes, he does. They zip around Rome on a Vespa. Stuart, you are correct. She doesn't get the guy, but she gets our hearts. It isn't that what's important. There they are. Now you got to watch the end of this one so that you get the video. That's right. Roman Holiday is correct. Roman Holiday, 1953. Audrey Hepburn's breakout role. The romantic comedy brought charm and bittersweet elegance. It also brought Hepburn an Oscar. Oh, there they go. There they go. Zipping around. There they go. Fireworks and all. All right. Down to number 8. Yeah, Stuart had that one early. He did. All right, this one opens, as we said in a previous clue, it opens with the narrator already dead. A washed-up silent film star refuses to fade quietly. Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Became an immortal line. It explores Hollywood's obsession with fame and decay. The butler used to be her director. Ah, yes. Awkward. Yes, you guys all know it. Stuart got it first again. Rhombus. Madao. You are all correct. This is Sunset Boulevard. Anybody know the year for Sunset Boulevard? It's another one of our noirs. Noir. Wilder's dark satire of the movie biz is still brutally relevant today. It's a love letter and a poison pen to the industry. Cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, 1950s, correct. George, what's going on? Welcome. You are correct. All right, top 7. Films of the golden age of Hollywood. Now, this one's interesting because it flopped at the box office, but became a holiday staple. The lead considers jumping off a bridge until an angel intervenes. Okay. It stars Jimmy Stewart at his most endearing. The villain? A grumpy banker named Potter. Yeah, you guys know. Looks like Madao got that one first. Very good. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. Did you know that? And the director you guys couldn't get. It's the guy who made this. Frank Capra. Frank Capra's message of hope didn't hit at first, but in time, it became one of the most beloved movies of all time. Yeah, you're all correct. It's A Wonderful Life. A Wonderful Life, 1946. 1946. There it is. It's a Wonderful Life. Look. So it is. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah. All right. Number 6. Some of these little movies at the end are classic. You gotta watch to the very end. Two musicians witness a mob hit, and they have to flee in disguise. And the way they do it is they join an all-female band. So they have to dress in drag. And one of them falls for Marilyn Monroe's ukulele-playing singer. Yeah, you guys know. O'Reilly. Stuart. Duggar. Jack Lemmon gets proposed to. I don't remember that part, but that sounds hilarious. Nobody's Perfect ends the movie on a high note. This is a classic picture, too. Some Like It Hot. Some Like It Hot. Who knows the year of Some Like It Hot? Anybody know? And once again, Billy Wilder's screwball masterpiece was ahead of its time. It combined comedy, gender bending, and gangsters. All perfectly together. Now, you gotta watch. Hilarity ensues. The robots had some fun with this one. It was amazing in this little short video I just made. All right, top five. Top 5 movies of the golden age. Here we go. Now this one's a musical about making movies and making lots of noise. The plot centers on the transition from silent films to talkies. Oh, that's what they mean. Centers on the transition from silent films to talkies. Now, Gene Kelly performs a famous scene in the rain with an umbrella. Now, his dance partner right here, I don't think is the co-star. But anybody know the co-star of this movie? And she was only 19 years old at the time of this movie. It features one of cinema's most joyful sequences. You're correct. O'Reilly got it first, I think. Rhombus. Singing in the Rain is correct. Singing in the Rain is correct. This film turned technical difficulty into sheer cinematic delight. It's the happiest movie about career panic ever made. Yeah, very good. You guys knew the answer. O'Reilly. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds when she was 19 years old. There you go. Robots are pretty good at dancing, huh? They know how to show that. All right, top 4. Number 4. Now this one starts with one word. Rosebud. The lead character is based loosely on newspaper mogul William Randolph Hearst. Loosely. It used innovative camera angles and deep focus. That was something super noticeable about this is the weird camera angles. Very cool camera angles. Yeah. It was Orson Welles' first film. He was only 25 years old. And get this, it is often called the greatest movie ever made. Yes. Yeah. Tucker. There you go. There you go. You are correct. Citizen Kane, of course. There he is, right the picture. He looks like the monster on Young Frankenstein there. He's the politician, I guess, or the newspaper magnate, or whatever his role is. I can't remember. Wells made his masterpiece too early, but maybe just in time. Its influence is still felt in every ambitious filmmaker's lens. Huh. I think I'm gonna have to do some Orson Welles camera angles. Could I be like way up here? All right. Nope. Top 3. You know them all. This one begins in sepia tone and bursts into Technicolor. A cyclone transports the heroine to a magical land. There's a lion who lacks courage, a scarecrow with no brains, and a tin man who needs a heart. And my favorite part, flying monkeys cause more than one childhood nightmare. Seriously. I mean, those flying monkeys? Did you ever have a nightmare about that? I definitely had flying monkeys in nightmares. She only had to click her heels together. That's all she had to do. Well, I don't know why she didn't do it earlier. Yeah. Oh, I guess Doctor got it first. Everybody does. But yeah, flying monkeys, right? I mean, did anybody else? I seriously did have flying monkeys in dreams as a kid. Seriously. A Technicolor fantasy that became part of our cultural DNA. For better or worse, we are all still trying to get back home. Wizard of Oz. 1939. 1939. There they are. Gotta oil up the Tin Man. Yeah, they tore the scarecrow. That was kind of dark too, that tearing apart the scarecrow thing. Yeah. All right, top 2. Here we go. This one is set during World War II, but full of timeless tension. The bar owner used to fight for causes. Now he just pours drinks. A love triangle plays out under a looming war. Here's looking at you, kid. Still melts hearts. The plane leaves, and so does she. Very sad. Yes, of course. Doctor! Rhombus! Now. Play it again, Doctor. A perfect storm of script, stars, and timing. Somehow, a rush production created one of the most quotable films ever. Most quotable films ever. Oh, you gotta watch the little video at the end of this too. It's okay. Casablanca, 1942. Casablanca. Oh, Woody Harrelson. That's right. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. Woody Allen's version. Yeah, Woody Allen's version. There they are. Wave. Wave. All right. Well, so you probably know which one's left. Number 1. You probably know which one's left. It starts in the Old South and ends in smoky heartbreak. Scarlett O'Hara survives war, death, and scandal, but not Rhett's exit. It's one of the longest, most expensive, and most controversial films ever made. Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable turned it into an epic. Yes, you're all correct. I think Rhombus got it first. Stuart. Rhombus did have a spelling error, Stuart. So, you know, you have that going for you. Yes, of course. Often number one on our lists. Number one, Gone with the Wind. This was made in 1939. This film remains iconic and complicated. It's a towering achievement of old Hollywood and a time capsule of America's contradictions. There it is. There it is. I don't know if they're going to do anything funny. Maybe they're going to break into dance. Maybe not. All right. Well, that concludes our fourth category. All right. You guys did good. Got them all. Got them all. Oh, it's time for our in-program advertising. This is my art website, davidhansonart.com. You can get to it on my channel page link, or you can get to it by going to davidhansonart.com. Anyway, I'm trying to start having our show art. So different cover, we'll call it cover art. I'm trying to have cover art up there. So you can see it here in the picture. There it is. And you can get your cover art as frame prints, canvas prints, posters, whatever you want to do. You can get them as big as you want. You know, you can get them up to like $500. That'd be great. Or you could get like a bag. You could get just a bag. That'd be okay. Or a pillow. You could get a pillow. That'd be cool. Or these are my favorite. I've gotten a bunch of these, and the quality is not too bad. This is a beach towel. Anyway, I've had this website up for about, at least a dozen years, I think. Anyway, you can get all kinds of stuff. Phone covers, what else? Stationery, zip pouches, lots of stuff. Anyway, thank you for paying attention to our sponsors. All right, we got one more category coming up. Let me find the file. Number 5. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep having more of the cover art up there. There's a little bit up there now, but we'll keep adding it and try to build it as a thing, you know? All right, this is the top Hollywood scandals and mysteries. Top Hollywood scandals and mysteries. All right, top 10. Here we go. Number 10. Now, what I'm really looking for is the title of the mystery or the scandal, but sometimes it's just a person too. She was known as the original blonde bombshell. She collapsed on set and never recovered. Some blamed a bad diet. Others whispered about kidney disease. Her death shocked a public that thought she was invincible. She died before finishing the film Saratoga, and they had to use a double. Bummer. Yeah, very good. Not Marilyn Monroe's death, though, but nice, guys. You're trying to be quick. Stewart with the win. O'Reilly, Dogner. Yes. Yes, this is Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow's sudden death at the age of only 26 is the official title of the tragedy. Jean Harlow's tragic end marked one of Hollywood's earliest gone too soon moments. Her platinum hair and fiery roles masked a fragile reality. 26 years old. Maybe a little creepy on the robot thing. You know, these are all tragedies, so everything's going to be a little creepy. Just the way it is. All right. Next up, never died. He made the world laugh as the tramp. He was also a political lightning rod. He was accused of communist sympathies during the Red Scare. When he went abroad in 1952, the U.S. revoked his re-entry. There you go. He actually didn't return until decades later when he accepted an honorary Oscar. Yeah, I know, weird, huh? Stewart got it first. O'Reilly, Beddow. Rhombus. Yeah, he was exiled from the United States. Pretty weird, huh? Charlie Chaplin's exile from the United States is the official name of the scandal. Chaplin's humor didn't always play well with the politicians. His forced exit showed that even laughter couldn't escape the Cold War. Red Scare. Check out the little video. Pretty funny. There he is. A couple of the video generators I use wouldn't draw it because it looked like Hitler. They have filters. It wouldn't participate in that photo. All right. So they met during the making of a Roman epic. They fought, they drank, and loved in equal intensity. Their affair began while both were still married. The Vatican called their relationship erotic vagrancy. They married twice, and they divorced twice. Yeah. Yes, you got it. Doctor, sure. Yes, indeed. This is Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's tumultuous romance. Is the official name of the scandal. It's kind of a scandal. I guess since they were both married, a scandal. And I guess being married and divorced twice, it's kind of a scandal. Kind of. Taylor and Burton's love burned hot and spectacular. Their scandals kept the tabloids fed for over a decade. And they are. You seem happy. What could go wrong? All right. Number 7. Excuse me. Now, this gentleman was accused of statutory rape at the height of his fame. That happened to a few of these guys. The trial was a media circus with lines drawn down the block. The trial, I guess, was cool. The original big trial. He was ultimately acquitted, but his reputation was never the same. The phrase "in like Flynn" was born controversially. He kept acting, but the scandal stuck like gum on a sword. In like Flynn. There you go. Rhombus. Rhombus can take a clue. I guess, the picture of him doesn't look quite the same, although he was a tall, skinny, good-looking dude. Check it out, a sailboat. And some random 18-year-old there, 17-year-old. Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn's controversial trial is the official scandal because it's really the trial that got him. Because he got acquitted, but the publicity was bad. Yeah, there you go. All right, number six. This one's kind of a sad one. It was a sad one. Now, these two were Hollywood royalty. They were married after a whirlwind romance. But she died in a plane crash while returning from a war bond tour. She used to do the USO thing. Clark Gable was devastated. And he went ahead and enlisted in the Air Force afterwards. He never remarried. Well, shouldn't say never. Much later. Some say he asked to be buried beside her. And he was. Yeah. Roger. So yeah, it's the Clark Gable and Carole Lombard's tragic love story. Yeah. Yeah, their love story was picture perfect until fate rewrote the ending. Lombard's death left Gable visibly changed. Never the same guy. Never the same guy. Like, she was a comedian, right? No, comic actress. Yeah. There they are. They look so happy. So sad. Yeah. Bummer. I told you it was going to be sad. I told you. I warned you. All right. This one's a little kind of humorous in a way. In a dark way. He was a gangster linked to Mickey Cohen. She was a movie star trying to break away. He was very controlling. Her teenage daughter stabbed the dude, allegedly in defense of him hitting her mom. It became a trial that blurred the lines between self-defense and Hollywood soap opera. Yeah. Now, you got half of it. You got half of it, Doctor. We need to have the guy's name. The gangster. What was the gangster's name? That got stabbed to death by her daughter. Lana Turner is, of course, correct. Yeah, he looks like Fonzarelli. Yeah, it's an Italian name. It's a mobster. Anybody remember? We've had it out here a couple times. Johnny Stompanato. Johnny Stompanato. Turner Stompanato case was a noir plot brought to life. There you go. All right, number 4. A little bit like the Errol Flynn story. This gentleman was one of the first major film comedians. This is going way back. This scandal was in 1921. 1921. Now he threw a party at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco. Has anybody stayed there? I've stayed there. I think you guys might have stayed there. St. Francis Hotel. Remember they used to film? Didn't they film that hotel show there or something? I think they did. Or close to that. Anyway, a woman died soon after the party, and Arbuckle was blamed for the death. Oh, I just told you his last name, but his first name's the funny part. He endured 3 trials and was eventually acquitted. But once again, his career never recovered. Not Buster Keaton. Good guess, though. Same era. Same era as Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton was more of a skinny guy, though. This guy was kind of a chubby guy. His career never recovered. Fall from grace was swift and brutal. Fatty Arbuckle. Fatty Arbuckle. That's not familiar? Yeah. Well, Fatty liked the party with the ladies. Yeah, back then, they used to do a lot of cocaine. A lot of cocaine. A lot of like, pure. Yeah, never the same for him. All right. The victim was named Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress. Her body was found in a vacant lot, horrifically mutilated. The case remains one of LA's most infamous unsolved murders. Dozens of suspects were questioned, none convicted. Hollywood's seedy underbelly was suddenly center stage. Yes. You guys know this story. Ducky McQuack. Welcome to the gang. Dr. Rumpus? You are correct. This is the Black Dahlia. The Black Dahlia murder connection to Hollywood. This was back in 1947. The Black Dahlia case exposed the Dream Factory's darkest alleyways. It's a true crime puzzle that still haunts the city of Star. And I have a creepy little video for you here. There you go. The Black Dahlia. Yeah. All right, we got 2 more. 2 more. Here we go. Now, she vanished from a yacht trip with her husband and another famous star. The official story, accidental drowning. However, new details and suspicions have surfaced decades later. Her husband, Robert Wagner, remains tied to lingering questions. The case was reclassified as suspicious in 2011. Tucker! And yeah, Ducky, you are correct with the third party. What was he doing? What was he doing there? They were doing some serious partying. Robert Wagner in this picture looks like he's 2 sheets. You guys are correct. This is the Natalie Woods mysterious death off Catalina Island. We got a little story about that too. Before that, my family and I we had a little sailboat, and we lived down in South Orange County, and we used to take our sailboat over to Catalina Island, on the weekends. And we were moored in the same kind of spot, almost exactly as where this happened. So there you go. Very familiar. All right. You always get a little personal story here on Dave's After Dark. When you were brought up in Southern California, you run into some. Natalie Wood, of course. All right, number one. This is a great picture of this one. So that's the key to this one is I found it great. She was found in her home with empty pill bottles nearby. The coroner ruled it a probable suicide, but theories still abound. Some whisper about the Kennedys, others about the mob. Her fame didn't protect her from loneliness. The last photo taken of her was with Sinatra's entourage. Yeah, you guys know. Everybody knows. Looks like maybe Madal got it typed first. Anyway, this is them taking the body out of the back door, trying to stay away from the press, but somebody got the picture. Somebody got the picture. This, of course, is the death of Marilyn Monroe, which is a conspiracy, I guess we'd say. This happened in 1962. Monroe's death turned myth into mystery. She left behind a trail of rumors, heartbreak, and a candle forever flickering. There you go. We made it. 5 rounds. We did 5 rounds. How do you feel about that? Who feels good about doing 5 rounds? I thought it was pretty good. All right, now, most of you were here for the whole time. Some of you came in a little late, but I thought the theme thing worked pretty good. I thought, rounds of only 10 are a little snappier. I want to hear your thoughts, though. What I think is not important. What you think is important. Yeah, Frank Sinatra, there's some pictures of her at Sinatra's Palm Springs place, right before. Yeah. Yeah, Frank Sinatra was involved in that too. Frank Sinatra, was married to Ava Gardner as well. Frank got around. Frank got it done. Did you like the new little videos? Yeah, those do take a little extra work. So you may not always see those, but we'll try to do them whenever possible nowadays. They're getting easier. So there's that. Yeah, you could go 5 rounds with Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, who couldn't? Although I do like Ava Gardner. I do like Ava Gardner too. I like Ava Gardner's characters in her movie. It's always like that Ernest Hemingway wild child character that I like so much. Frank Sinatra looks like Woody Allen's son. Huh, that's a weird connection. I don't think there's any issue there. I don't have a bonus round, Stuart. I do not have one. I do apologize. I'll try to pack one on Wednesday, but putting this one together today, I have to tell you, it took a little bit out of me, but I'm not complaining. Seems like everybody enjoyed it, so that's good. What did you get? I should choose in the house. Where is he? And Mr. Malucidal. Very good. Sorry, you guys are here right at the end. For those who were around, what did you think of the pop quiz thing between rounds? Was that an okay little break, or would you just as soon I just crank from round to round, or what do you think? Cutting grass, well, you're gonna have to watch it on replay. This was an epic Dave's After Dark experience. You're gonna have to watch the entire replay. Doctor liked the Madal liked the little pop quizzes. You know, we can keep working on a little bit. I think I could refine it just a little bit to make it a little snappier. Maybe a little music, maybe some maybe some moving video with the pop quiz. Maybe we could just have it be hot looking actresses and name the hot looking actress doing a dance or something. I guess we could do that. We could we could train the robots to make famous actresses do striptease, and we could name the famous actress. I think YouTube might catch up to us if we did that. YouTube might not like that. Yeah, should have been smoking it for sure. I don't know if anybody can attest. Brad's not in the house, so you. I don't know if are you better at the game smoking a little pot, or is that not a good thing? Playing the game. I think I'd be a better host if I drank a little, but you know what? I just don't drink much anymore, so I don't drink. But I think I might be a little better. Oh, yeah. When are you going to win something? I think that's a good question, I should too. You know, if we can ever get enough people where I get paid 1 penny from YouTube, or if I sell some paintings, I should too didn't see my advertisement. You need to go back to watch the advertisement. I should too. Then we can start giving some prizes. We could do we could do something where we could give away some davidhansonart.com swag. There could be some Dave's After Dark swag, like a throw pillow. You could win a throw pillow. How would that be? Or a beach towel be like the grand prize. I don't know if anybody would like a beach towel. That is our theme, our cover art of Dave's After Dark cover art. Well, anyway, I'm keeping you guys. I do appreciate you being here. I hope you like the theme idea. We're going to do a theme every Sunday for sure. In my posts on the channel, I'll put some polls or something where you guys can have some more input on categories. You're welcome to always send me a note. Oh yeah, we got to do the Tom Cruise. You know, maybe on Wednesday. Maybe I can get that done for Wednesday, Stuart. We'll see. If I don't get it done for this Wednesday, we'll definitely get it done the next Wednesday. So within the next 10 days, we will do. I promise. We will do the Tom Cruise. Maybe we'll do it on Wednesday. So anyway, yes, it's on my list. Trust me. It's right at the top. It's right at the top of the list. Absolutely. All right, man. I'm going to, I have a kind of a summary of the evening in a little quick, kind of fast moving video. So, it's not boring. So you guys could check that. You could continue to chat if you want while I play that. And once again, I do super appreciate it. And we will hopefully see you all on Wednesday.
she struts alone. This bar's the place I call my home. I sip this swallow pride, pretend the moonlight lights by my side. Tell me, was it ever real, or just a song you used to feel? I still burn. I still ache. I still whisper your name when I break. In this velvet room where memories bloom, I still wait for a shadow to take shape.